arranque muito nivelado e há ali um toque entre Luís Pedro Ferreira e Andreia Sousa a envolver também Vítor Ferreira e agora Andreia Sousa a ficar de perto.
James Wingfield went up the inside of Jamie Winrun. There's been contact and there's a car heading towards the barriers and that is the car, I'm afraid, of Jamie.
A failure? That looks like a mechanical failure. I'm not certain. Yeah, he was ahead of
Louis Sharp.
Yeah, so there's no contact there. That's just a real unfortunate thing for Gerard Shee.
Louis Sharp must keep his nose clear of that number 7 black car. Huge lock-up from Gerard Shee, and a big spin for the 33 of Hugo Schwarzer.
He already had a
really good job. Oh, I see Ricky looping it out of Graham Hill. Lost that very early. It was pretty sideways as he came into shot, full 3. But Mark Radcliffe had nowhere to go. He's actually up on the apex. I have to say to Kevin Say that is almost identical to what he did to John Ferguson at Donington in terms of closing the door. Let's watch it here. Just going to little contact. For me, it's 100% on Kevin Say. Mark Radcliffe was there and was at the apex.
In a sense, is the easy bit. It's the tyre barrier damage. There he is. Doesn't look like there was contact with anybody else, and the car comes through frame, heading for the tyre barriers. And there's damage to the barriers as much as the car. Kaboom! There it is. And he moves that tyre stack quite a long way back.
Yeah, the only thing, the Mustang looked slightly jaunty.
Sterling's number 69 is the one behind him of Nathan Harrison. Whoops, drama there as Matt Cowling clatters into traffic. Mustang off, Lotus off, Mercedes off. That got all messy going into Sterling's. Matt Nicol.
ขวาก่อนไม่ได้ครับผลแทงขึ้นมานะครับนี่แหละครับโอ้ยเรียบร้อยทำให้มัวหมัดขึ้นไป
27号車が久しぶりに参戦のメープル広島。
哇，中科前面的这台赛车直接就停了下来，导致杰凯的12号车直接是顶到了前面的赛车，而这边好像是红星的一台赛。哎呦！
啊！天哪！
How it happened. So look to the far right, white and black, number 8, and there we go. Well, Tuukka Tappinen was an innocent victim there. Matteo De Paolo had been tagged, and I tell you what, Ricky Liu was as well. 2 cars. Matteo De Paolo gets tagged by the Van Amersfoort car there. Matteo De Paolo into Tuukka Tappinen. De Paolo spins back across the road into Ricky Liu. That is what causes the incident. Well, that's a real shame for all 3 drivers.
So what is this? Oh, it's the Owen Dames car collected by the smart driving JS Wood in the MV2S car. I know it's the same bump. It was almost the same accident, wasn't it? Unfortunately, didn't manage to keep the car in a relatively straight line. Did make impact with the barrier, doesn't it?
Pursuing, yeah, 3 other cars. Oh, there was a moment just ahead of him, and in reaction, I think, Oscar Bitars left the track at high speed and slammed into the tyre wall.
It's a tyre from the tyre wall.
It is a tyre from the tyre wall. But I think that was a moment for
Porsche. Porsche's looking for a way by again and again behind them, and that's a spin for the LMP3 car, caught out by
Clerc. So look out for the green Ferrari, a big hit onto the ADAC car coming out of the Biondetti chicane, and that automatic, and then a second one as well, which has completely dislodged, broken that front right wheel. Has he discovered something? Oh, there's a big one. There's a huge crash, I'm afraid, to the back of Claudia Schiavone's car, and that was Rahel Fry who tagged the back of the 60 machine as they were going down the long straight. An amazing.
It's been investigated by the race stewards, but there's Kiana Bloom in the green and yellow car. There's Mikael Esman. They make it onto the escape road, so going deep into the corner. Let's have a look here. And Esman had Søren Spreng on the inside, so Esman had bounced off Søren Spreng, potential. Turn 4, finally muscling his way into 3rd place. Alex Tauscher's there, we got a spinner, and is Alex Tauscher.
Now, we're going to see what happens. Wow, just absolutely skated off, goes in backwards, and then, oh, dearie me. So,
I mean, red the only option right.
Well, I think the leader did as well. Oof. This is why Stuart Proctor's ended up moving slowly. He had Florian Schultz on the inside, and then gets a hit from Hash in the car collection pool.
James Calling behind, and look at Seabear! Oh, he's left that very late! Oh, no! No! James Cal getting caught!
I was going to pick up the drivers who didn't go to the left of that bollard, but this is what happened to Mardini. Spin there, clatters
big hit.
From Polcini, and then, yes, the Motorsport car, Thomas Eichen car, so it's not been a great start for had a bit of a swapper on the exit at turn 5, trying to avoid the back of Marcin Jedlinski. Not sure if he quite got the no, let's round from 2nd position in Pro-Am.
Who's moving? Oh! Oh,
big shunt.
Alessandro
1.6. We're going to see what happened here.
Oh.
Whoa, a speared off the road. Contact with the barriers. Lost count of how many times it spun round there. Has torn off both of the left-hand side wheels.
Well, this is where it all kicked off. So still went spinning. Looked like pretty well unaided. Bosco, it was a big impact. He also collected Leon Vassather, so that's involved in that. So Tommy Gore got through before it all happened. And that was the biggest impact. And it was on the driver's door as well. So Luca Bosco back for the BMW. Bosco, that was a big thump, but this was a bigger thump there, getting collected by several cars, and that's a... let's have a look here, and just a bit of a punt, and it looked a little bit... Whoa, what an accident! Over the top, and he rolled the car. Rolling the Porsche, but the car just didn't get slowed down, launched himself over the top of the Mercedes AMG, back on other of the BMWs, but it looked to me like Lackner had very little in the way of brakes. That is a scary moment. The blue sky as the car goes over, and now, like at the start of this race, you can see Max Rozam out wide. Now he's still, according...
This result, this
sixth place! Oh, massive!
Massive crash, around and around and around and around goes Hubert.
Here now to see what happened. He moved to the inside, to the outside. She went up the back of him, didn't he? And he may say that Hubert Haupt had lifted off, 4, 5 bits of bodywork and debris flying up.
Number 18. She's going to try to get in line. Looks like maybe in front of Andres Perez. She wasn't quite clear and made fairly significant contact with the outside safer barrier. Tough what happens here. There we go. Obvious the right front tire goes down for Andres Perez. Tough.
Che ha un vantaggio corposo, ben 36 punti nei confronti di Barbagallo e di Savino. Aggressivo, determinato, vincente. Barrini purtroppo qui in uscita quinto, situazione rovesciata e poi attenzione, purtroppo arriva la caduta.
That one, then we've got McKay. Brinton's looking racy in Korea. And that's a big crash there at Craner Curves for Ryan.
Hard on the brakes into Goddard's there, asking. Yeah, I don't think anything touched there, and I think he's just asking a little bit too much from the front tyre.
Let's have a little look. This is going to be the incident, so it's two. One, we'll kind of watch mid-pack. Let's have a little look now. We're going to come. Oh, wow. It's on his own. It's a huge high side, and luckily everyone does. Oh.
Just tucked in over the curb. You see the bike just chattered as he turned left there over the paint. A little bit too much lean at all, but he was asking a bit too much of the rear tire. Ted Wilkinson safely got out of the gravel, and then I do believe he's a type of rider.
Owen Brown's gone down, just as we were saying. The championship lead. And and there's that Philip Soroviak that's gone down in the background with Jack Burrows. Soroviak, just like Brown did a lap ago, tried.
Ted there, Manuel Brinton. It's there's a championship.
Not often you see bikes losing the rear.
It's incredible, yeah. Temperature.
The fastest lap of the race, and this is how it happened. Just in there, way too fast.
A little bit wide, a little bit too much. To make a real wobble on. I think Richard Cooper just looked.
Richard Cooper! Cooper's gone down, and he's your championship leader.
Best result of the season last time out yesterday in 11th, but that's just your typical low side.
As well, it looks like a high side. Watch his rear.
Oh, horrible!
The wheelie
happened then. So McConnell's gone down. Oh, goodness.
Oh, hang on.
And then, nowhere to go for a Halloran. Oh, that's horrible. They're the crashes you hate to see when the bike comes back around into the circuit.
Actually, and Billy went down because he clicked the handle.
On the floor.
This is turn 3. That's really fast up there.
Ooh, he's not hit the barrier, has he?
Did he lose it on that new patch of surface that's been put down?
Unlucky that he's injured his ankle there. So look at this now. Oh, that's why it's not an unusual position. He's come together with Philip Ertl, and that Honda has smashed into the tire. No, it's second spin.
Oh no!
Oh, wow, massive crash for Sam Lowes in the final corner.
Goodness me, he was...
The guys in orange, and they do a fantastic job.
Was there a touch, do you think, there?
It could have been, just as they exit the last chicane, he could have just lent.
But let's find out. Look for the blue Yamaha. Well, there he is. He's gone. Oh, that was a strange one.
Yeah, I think what he's done is he's got caught out a little bit too close to the rider.
Oil, look at all that oil. And he's now leaking onto Sam's rear tyre, and this is the result.
So unlucky, Sam.
Oh, just ahead of his brother who saw that happen.
I really, really feel for you. That is so unlucky and so unusual that a Ducati blows up. Agility.
Oh, that's a massive high side for Alex. Hopefully he's okay. A huge moment there. The less experienced of the two championship. Oh, contact! With the time behind Mark Vick. And there's contact. Mark Vick is involved. Bent exhaust as well on the number 99 of Palmowski, the newcomer from Poland. Mark Vick.
Oh, a big crash involving two riders there. One of them, Akin and Afif looking like they're looking for improvements. It's a big crash down there.
Sekarang ini Naki Rifki dan Darwish Amsa dan Farid Hasbi. Oh, 20 poin terjatuh di bagian belakang.
Fixed. We'll see what happened here down into turn 5. I think on the brakes by the time we get him in the camera angle, he's already down, so probably that second race, it just how... Oh, and JD is down in that last corner. Such a fast crash. I was just talking to him yesterday.
Was quick during that second qualifying session.
Oh, big.
But James goes down.
Down into turn 1. Man, unfortunate for James. It seems like every time he gets...
Yeah, it looks like... Oh, yeah, he's probably lost the rear pretty big there. You can see the marks in the background. So... probably got sent up.
Not sure what happened. Kind of looked like Nolan might have slowed down a little bit there. You see that looking back, and Nolan had nowhere to go.
ここかなりスピードがおっと転倒これは
青いマシンですよ。持っていく2番手国井祐希、3番手が岩取。
さあ1台
1台まっすぐ行ってしまったマシンがいる。転倒は28号車だ。相変わらずですね。変わらず8番手9番手争い。これは
おっと佐久本やってしまった。
今狙っ。
But Harrop's due to have a mishap, and that's the mishap. It's a simple fall, and he's able to pick himself up still. Meanwhile, up front, Camden McClellan having a good ride. That's the way that his teammate was sounding all the way round the track. Whoa, when we've had a faller, was that Renault who went down? I think that might have been